So first thing first, I'd like to thank you all for the constructive criticism. I know I was trying to avoid copyright claim. I still get claimed, and it was even for the video I was reacting to. A clip I added in got claimed by this karamo or whatever, and I really appreciate the feedback. It was well appreciated, and I will try to do better. And say I wasn't going to do this again, but you know, we had to get back, we had to kind of follow it up, make sure I kind of really, honestly, if I'm being honest, I really did enjoy making that video. It was fun to make and give him a lot of practice with editing and stuff. So while I was editing the video, I wanted to get some comments from the video to put as well to show them roasting the interview, but when I came here it was absolutely gone. So it was like 3 weeks ago and it is either deleted or privated, which is hilarious after all the roast that was getting roast, and so well deserved being roasted. I will not say that the roast wasn't deserved. So this one is more to react to something I missed, I did not know, which was the lab results that the other woman sent to the lab was actually revealed on another channel. This is what it's basically about. But I just wanted to give an update to the pink sauce video, which is hilarious. I laughed so much, even though I wanted comments, the roast. I had to pass up that for this video, which I did not know. So this is what we go into one time.
Did you actually send it to a lab?
Oh gosh, and I'm trying to listen to a video without my headphones. Big brain. So right before I go into this, I like to say I don't want to react to the entire thing because already some of the things here probably already covered in the previous video. So I would only go with the results, okay? If that makes sense.
Did you actually send it to a lab?
Well, I did send it to a lab. I sent it to a university.
So in my last video on the Pink Sauce Lady, we talked about the absolute train wreck of a talk show that the Pink Sauce Lady went on to. And in this episode, we're calling the person who was clearly wronged on that talk show. So to quickly catch you guys up to speed with all this, you have a self-proclaimed TikTok chef by the name of Chef P. She created a pink sauce and started promoting it on TikTok. People got intrigued with it and wanted to buy the sauce.
So right, immediately we correcting something that I just could not have gotten in the last video is Chef P. I was always confused between P, or I can't remember what was the other thing, pie, what I was saying, because P, think about it, Chef P, that's just not singing. That's not singing right, first of all, because singing like piss, urine, chef piss, technically, but that's just a little correction on my part. So I'll kind of skim through this because I more want to get into the lab results and not the overall drama between the talk show and this.
So I had bought the sauce July 1st.
How did you find it?
So I was scrolling on TikTok and the first thing that I saw was a video of her eating the pink sauce, and it was before it was released. She was in front of a KFC sign and she had a big thing, a chicken leg, and she was like pouring the sauce on top of it.
I then asked her what her first impression on the sauce was.
When I first got it and I shook it, I was like, okay, like if anything, like it could have hit a corner and popped off and thing be in the box. But it came with like a piece of tissue paper, a really cute card, and the sauce. That's where you see my second TikTok about it, of me reading everything wrong. The glitter glue on the label, the serving size, all the ingredients that are misspelled. And that's kind of where things started to progress from that video.
Your initial, I guess, thoughts on the sauce was, okay, it came in a little bit of a damaged box, but...
You know, I said no all the time here. I didn't realize the interview already starts. I was waiting for it to cut into something else. But yeah, this was... So now that I gained more information, so apparently she was supposed to reveal the results on the Karamo show, and they didn't make her reveal the result, which is another disingenuous thing they was doing, and I find that real weird, and I'm glad they was getting so much backlash with this interview, and especially with the blaming this woman here, just was so weird to me that just brings you on to blame you. You make the terrible thing that I made more bad. You is the one to blame for my terrible product. My terrible product is your fault. Not me making an actually terrible product, but you making me make a terrible product. If that makes sense.
That's just the USPS system right there. But when you saw the label and then the glitter glue all over the place, you were questioning it a little bit, I'm assuming.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I was like that concerned at the beginning, I wouldn't have ate it.
Yeah, because you followed up with a video of you eating the sauce. right?
Who knows where it came from? Because I didn't notice it until after someone had pointed it out. And you can see it in the first video.
On your TikTok, you were teasing that you were going to reveal the test results on the show that you went on to. And what happened there? Did they just tell you we're not going to show these results?
I am not positive. I kind of just went on there and went in there sight unseen, and just because it is a new show, I didn't really know what to expect. And you know, the producers are great and the people are so nice, and they were really welcoming. And I guess it just wasn't something that was important at the time to the network.
Yeah, because it.
What you mean? The literally was highlighting that, yo, where Chef P was saying, yo, why you sent to our lab? You didn't have to send to our lab. Contact me to send to our lab. I don't understand. That don't make any sense. That I'll point that out, and I pointed out 2 or 3 times in the original video where they were saying, oh, the lab results. And now you come on the what she's saying on the show, it wasn't as important at the time. Which weird because it was highlighted. But
it seemed like they kind of picked the narrative they wanted to go with, and anything that could interfere with that, they probably threw to the side. I have to ask you, what was going through your head when she suddenly grabbed your hand and started patting it, saying that you were not special?
So I thought, honestly, I was going to get an apology, not necessarily an apology for the things that were said, but everyone can admit fault in some kind of way. And that's why I've said on the show, like, I think we're both in the wrong. I still think that I could have went about it a different way, and I acknowledge that. And I'm so okay with knowing that I've learned a lesson from this.
Lady, blink twice if you're being held at gunpoint, because oh gosh, the first thing it was what she responds to the whole handhold, and she thought she was going to get an apology. And I don't know, the way how Chef P was behaving throughout that whole thing, you was really expecting an apology. I mean, in this early moment, probably yeah, but the attitude you was getting, the way how they was bashing you, dog, I would have never guessed an apology. I would never even think about apology. I was like, she on some bullshit. So that's the only thing I could think about when she hold the hand, and I was like, bruh. Well, I know that whole hand, it would have be fight. Because as I said before, that just so weird and should not have been taking place. But yeah,
We're just showing your experience with the sauce.
Absolutely.
I don't think that you're really in the wrong at all, because you're just a customer and you were just showing your full experience with the sauce. Once people pointed out, hey, there might be glitter in it, then you double checked, and then you ended up sending it to a lab. You were very tame compared to a lot of other people criticizing the sauce. So it's really weird to me that they decided to single you out, fly you out, and kind of put you on blast in front of the audience there. And then at the end of the show where you were like, oh, we can admit both faults, he just switched the blame directly on you. Those are the 2 things that I was like, this is really weird for a show host to do.
I don't know if I can comment directly on that. I don't believe I harassed Chef P. I still stand by my word of, I believe that as a business owner, she should have reached out to me.
which right here is something I totally agree with, is the amount of people I saw talk about that, from Charlie, Penguin, Moist Critical, to I think was Playback, Cinnamon Toast Ken, which that video was hilarious. I can't remember who else. I don't think they talk about it, but I'd like to see them talk about Abba and Preach. I'd like to see them talk about it. But as I say, and they are most likely bigger than this lady here, because I mean, people are called, especially Moist Critical, Playback, and Cinema Toast Skin. I mean, I think I would probably watch some more, but the main ones. I'm like, bro, these are huge creators, huge, massive creators, and you single out this poor lady who probably, I'll check out too. I need to make a TikTok. It's coming, don't worry. So I like to understand that probably she doesn't, from my perspective, I think is just to see a smaller creator and decide to, as they say, single share out so they could do whatever they want to she without any backlash per se, which ended up turning right back on them, because look at the backlash again now. Because it was such a terrible interview. Could have barely stomach it, or except that dumb video I look at today. But yeah, it was so dumb, and it's like the Chef P paid karamo, right, to say these things about this lady and punch down on her, because bruh, it was just so weird that they really just brought this lady on just for that. like she is the martyr for this whole situation. Like, bruh, no, she did not do anything on this. So she was, as he say, one of the most tamest ever seen, and just they going about it this way is super creepy and so disingenuous toward a cause. On the Karamo show, he was like, oh, black woman, yes, queen, you do this, blah blah blah, and just to make she look good, even though she was totally in the wrong.
I feel like she's not asking herself, what can she do for the customer? She's rather going, what can the customer do for me? She's not putting the customer first, because like, if you had problems with it, she should have reached out to you. And let's say you were being malicious, which you were not. At the very least, she would have the receipt of trying to make amends meet with you. And I feel like that would have been good for her. One last question. Are you ever going to release your test results public, or are they going to remain private?
I've commented on them.
Before going to this one, I'd like to say, as they mentioned in this, the results here, in order for you to say if you do or do not like this product, you have to consume the product. I know this kind of a little off topic, but this lady here, as just bring it back to this lady here, that how Chef P was saying she shouldn't have done that, right? But in order to give an opinion on the product, she had to consume it in the first place, which is weird to say that she shouldn't have done that, even though you need to consume the product to give a review, bias or not, on the product. So yeah, I just wanted to add that in because I think it's something very important to this whole conversation.
I don't think I would ever like put them out in public, because I think that would just create more animosity towards me on Chef P's side. And I do think like those test results really don't mean anything anymore, because she...
Okay, so I'm looking at the video here. I'm looking in the mirror to see if anybody hiding behind she with a gun to she head or something, because yeah, I feel like they're threatening she not to post it, because I think the result is important, and probably somebody else, if they have it, let that time pass, I doubt somebody could go and do the results, because I think she stopped selling the product. But yeah, it's just something like they threaten this woman here not to post it or whatever, because he's a reviewer and these things are important for your reviews, and to not post it, I think really weird. I don't know, that's just me. If it was me, I'd post it, because I don't care if I get hate from either side or not, because as at this point in time, I would think more people on this lady's side than Chef P's side. So I would kind of roll with it and post the result, because I think the public knowing should be at the forefront.
She is fixing things. If she wasn't fixing anything, like, I believe that they would be important, but at this point, everyone who got bad products. And if anyone wanted to reach out to me specifically who had got bad products and was like, hey, like, will you share those with me? I, of course, would if they were someone who had, purchased it.
Did you find them alarming?
I don't know if I can comment on it per se, but all I can say is that...
Yeah, she definitely have a gun to she head right now to say all these things. Ain't no way. Yeah, she have a gun to she head, because even just to say, hey, the result was bad. The result wasn't so bad. It was in the middle. It wasn't life-threatening or something like that. But to completely blow off everything, yeah, they threatened this woman. I don't know. It just seems like they threatened because she's way too passive against this. With all that hate to bring towards you, you're way too passive to sit down, taking this and not say anything about it.
And I'm glad that someone else is kind of taking the face of the business, because I think she's a really good person who comes up with ideas. But running a business, you kind of have to have that background of customer service, marketing, things like that. And I think that she definitely needed help in that aspect.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Allie. And where can people find you?
So I have my TikTok. It's at Allured Beauty. And then I'm on Instagram on bb_brain.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. In a bit.
Thank you so much for having me.
So yeah, there was that. It was a big disaster, and it's so weird. But I'm so glad I ended up finding this video. It was pointed out to me that this was kind of clickbait in the end, because no result was posted. So I kind of came here for nothing, even though that we glad to get it. I mean, not for drama, but to understand the bigger picture things that I think it could have helped in what you could do to make this better. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment, help me with the algorithm. See you in the next video, which I don't know what I'm making. I just kind of deviating from what I really like, which is anime. So yeah, see you in the next one, and peace.